of a month-long road trip. You know, and they always say you want to be home for Thanksgiving, right? Well, the Privateers are spending their Thanksgiving holiday in Lubbock, Texas, even though it's Thanksgiving Eve, technically.
Red Raiders control the tip and go right inside to JT Toppin, and the big guy delivers for Grant McCasland.
Yeah, paint touches. I think that's going to be an emphasis today, not settling. You want your team to shoot, and I think you've got a lot of shooters, but I just think you want to be more intentional about getting into the lane and initiating offense in the colored area on the floor.
Here's Benson. He can shoot it back to Thomas. 9 on the shot clock. Pagonis back to Benson. Defended by Christian Anderson. Looks for an open spot. He got Anderson in the air. Fired up the 3. No good. No foul call. And the Red Raiders have the ball running. No surprise. Donovan Atwell, that's all he does is shoot 3-pointers.
Yeah, and those are the kind of threes that I think the coach wants you to take, is those ones in the perimeter or in transition. Yeah, and here's a couple things we'll look at for the Privateers. Early energy. Folks, these guys were in Starkville, Mississippi about 36 hours ago. It went into overtime. There's not a lot of prep time right there. You're looking for some early energy. You see them get beat in transition right there again, and then limit turnovers. You can't do that in this building, and they average about 16 a game coming in, John, so gonna have to clean some of that up today.
Boy, and the Red Raiders with an emphasis on defense after that ball game against Purdue last time out, and you're seeing it early, but Tyree Bryan trying to fight through a screen picks up a personal foul there. But the Red Raiders behind JT Toppin's buckets and the 3 from Atwell lead 7-0 here early on.
And you're going to get another transition opportunity here.
Atwell's going to pull up from outside the 3-point line, bit short. Toppin trying to run down the rebound and saved it to Atwell. Red Raiders looking to get the ball down low to the preseason player of the year in the league, Toppin. He lost control of the ball, but there is a foul underneath.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier, paint touches. You just have to, you know, the right kinds of threes are okay. The ones that come from inside out. But you got to get paint touches and initiate your offense that way, because it's amazing how much easier the 3-point shots and how many will go in when you do it the right way. And you're going to have to decide if you're going to play defense if you're this team, this Texas Tech team. And it's a work in progress, as we mentioned. But these 2 guards for New Orleans going to be a handful. So we'll see what your senior wings and Christian Anderson can do with Buckley and Benson today.
Toppin spent a lot of time at the free throw line after practice yesterday, but misses a pair there. The Privateers will come away with the ball. Starting 5 for them include 3 players from the state of Texas and 2 from outside the United States. Pagonis, one of those. Now inside, Abbas got away from Bamboye inside and rams home that one.
Yeah, and I think Luke Bamboye is in there for a defensive presence, but got beat there. Odd start time today too, not a weekday matinee, but it is our Sports Cup runneth over this week. It seems like all the rules are broken whenever the holidays get here. There's sports on, day sports.
Here's Pagonis again up top for the Privateers. Benson, this is the guy they're trying to turn loose, but Atwell will not let him get away. There it is, the quick shot, but it's off the mark for Benson.
Yeah, Benson had a clean look at it, just didn't knock it down.
His best this year is 33 against Tulane in a game the Privateers won. They opened up the season beating TCU and also have a win over Tulane. Went into overtime the other night against Mississippi State. Toppin's hook shot blocked by Thomas. Open look for Atwell in the corner with 3 on the shot clock, and he got it.
Well, the 2 times he pulled up once in transition and missed it. Right there, he gets a kick out and then could have driven it in, but missed another one. But then right there, you share the ball and able to knock it down. But he's heating it up. quick. Already a couple of made threes on 4 attempts.
Jay Buckley probing into the paint, shots up and drops. But Abbas got knocked down as that ball was going through the bucket.
And he's holding his right shoulder. Take a look at it, and there's Donovan Atwell from, again, you just share it around the perimeter and spray it, and it's amazing they go in. Here's the fall from.
Got bumped pretty hard by Toppin.
Yeah, it's from behind, and he didn't necessarily take a fall on that shoulder that we could see.
He got hammered on a basket in that ball game against Mississippi State the other night, went down hard.
And Johnny's kind of holding that right arm. That's a big loss for the Privateers if he can't continue.
Guy that averages right at 8 points and 6 rebounds a game.
Yeah, he's just a physical player for him.
Here's Benson again on the baseline, dropped it inside to Thomas, and he'll score and picks up a foul.
And that's just Benson's playmaking. Drew the defender, you catch him leaning the other way, and
Thomas will be at the line when we come back early on here in
here today. You've got Wyoming coming in a few days. I think Northern Colorado comes in after Christmas, but next year that streak will be tested because the Fighting Illini of Illinois will be here in the non-conference, and they'll be well aware of said streak if it is still in place.
Last team, non-conference team to beat the Red Raiders in this building was an overtime loss to Kentucky a few years ago. Toppin, Jalen Petty is in the ball game now, defended by Pagonis. Christian Anderson, 3 on the way. Off the front iron, Pagonis has numbers, but laid it off to Cope, who slammed it home.
They got to stop the ball in transition, and Pagonis drove it all the way and dropped it off just at the right time for an easy finish.
Cope played nearby at South Plains College before going to New Orleans. Privateers down by 1 now, trailed 7-0. Petty's shot from the free throw line not there. Pagonis pulls down the rebound, but a whistle. And that foul is on Petty.
And you're seeing a lot of 4-out, 1-in sets for Texas Tech, and in some cases 5-out. I think Grant McCaslin wants to see, his guys finish those drives, not with the pull-up jumper right there, getting on Jalen Petty, but in a tight game here.
New Orleans with a chance to take the lead. That's Buckley off the mark, and on that play you might have seen Colton Benson fall to the floor right there near the Texas Tech bench. Kind of injured his knee in that game against Mississippi State right at halftime. He came up limping a bit. Certainly important for their chances this afternoon that he stay in the ball game.
Yeah, he told you earlier he's good.
Yeah, said he felt good, but didn't look all that great getting up off the court there a moment ago. Christian Anderson trying to take him inside, puts it up and got the friendly roll and over the front rim.
That's what you want, being intentional about putting pressure on the rim right there. That's a good offensive possession for Texas Tech.
Anderson had that 34-point game in the Red Raiders season opener, averaging 17 a game now. Boy, Buckley goes right inside. Toppins swatted that one away. Atwell will sit down for a moment.
And it's the hardest thing to do for a shot blocker, but you don't want to hit it out of bounds. You want to try to, take it, tip it to yourself, but it's extremely difficult to get done when you're trying to, with the physicality that it takes to kind of come down on a ball like that. You see Benson, I'm telling you, he can make them from anywhere, and he doesn't care where he shoots them from. And he's got the green light all over the floor, John.
Set a school record against Tulane in a game they won with 33. Here's Lawan Watts inside off the glass. Not there, tipped by Toppin, and almost back to Watts. But it'll be Red Raider basketball underneath.
But you can definitely tell what the emphasis has been. get downhill, get your head down, get into the paint, and again, if you get stopped, kick it back out. But
Toppin draws a crowd inside. A couple of Privateers have their hand on the basketball. Buckley and Thomas. Possession arrow is to New Orleans. Chris, I think big men hear that from the moment they start playing basketball. Don't put it down low in the lane.
Yeah, well, but that's when you get it fed to you down low, you have no choice. But you're right, you bring it down low and that's a heck of a pass by Pagonis. I mean, from outside the arc, one-handed alley-oop. I mean, it should count for extra on the degree of difficulty.
Man, second assist to Cope, who goes up and dunks for the second time today.
And both dimes dropped by Pagonis.
Yeah. Buckley picks up the foul there inside. Here's another look at that pass. I mean, almost a no-look pass. I mean, a backdoor deal. Cope straight to the bucket.
That's just good chemistry, knowing what the other guy's thinking.
Junior out of Boston, who played for the Texans of South Plains College, and that play puts New Orleans in front 14-12. Oh, Watts couldn't get to that pass from Anderson on the deck. Petty outruns Buckley to get the ball. And I don't know, Petty might get whistled up for this, and he does, diving for that ball.
Yeah, they're going to get Petty on that. We'll see. But that's putting two on the ball, and you caused a bit of a problem. And he's going for the ball right there. That's a tough call for Jalen Petty. He just was going for the ball, and then he ended up colliding into Buckley. But that would have been Buckley's second, John, and that would have been big news for the Privateers, because large in part, they pull off an upset in Starkville the other night. If he doesn't foul out, you would think.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about that. They led by 13 points with 5 minutes to go. Here's Buckley, steps back. Shot not there. Toppin fights for the rebound underneath with Pagonis and Thomas, and it's out of bounds off the Privateers.
Well, it's a noon tip, but feverish pace. Everybody's awake.
New Orleans on a 12-2 run.
The physicality and energy is certainly there.
For some guys that have traveled from one end of the country to the other. Tyree Bryant back, going to go down to Toppin. Toppin inside, gets double teamed, long arms up underneath, not there. Watts the rebound. Anderson the three, and it's good.
Inside out. That's a second chance opportunity. Great job by Lawan Watts on the glass. Kicks it out. Those are the ones that usually go in.
Red Raiders by 1 with that three-pointer. Buckley over Atwell, and he got it. Baseline jumper is good.
Yeah, he's a problem. He's a bit turnover prone. If he can limit those, but boy, he certainly can score and dish it out.
He's got 6. Toppin inside. Not there. And it's off JT Toppin.
And the double team is coming every time Toppin touches it down low.
Yeah, and you can't blame him for that. Christian Anderson's 3 has the Red Raiders within 1. New Orleans 16-15 here in Lubbock.
Time doesn't wait.
Pennsylvania, is that
yes,
right? Okay.
1989.
Okay, you were well studied in that. I appreciate that. And the Mega Powers. Okay, that was the last one listed. That was it's a little Hulk Hogan, Randy Macho Man Savage, with some Miss Elizabeth, twist in there. So these were the two main eventers in the WWF at the time, and they aligned, and away we go. You had some Batman, good stuff right there. Yeah,
my 1989 memory is 1989 All-American Bowl, Spike Dykes beating the old Bowl coach.
Steve Spurrier.
Yeah.
And that was in Shreveport, Louisiana, correct?
No, that was in Birmingham.
Birmingham, Alabama. Okay, all right.
James Gray set the collegiate bowl rushing record in that game with 280 yards. Red Raiders beat Duke. That's Cope falling, and Tyree Bryant gets whistled for a foul on that. I'm not sure anybody on the Red Raider bench believes there might have been a push here. May just, oh. Speaking of wrestling and acting, Chris.
What do you mean? Yeah, that's a tough call. That's tough. 2 tough calls. One on Petty and one on Bryan right there. That little nickel dimer.
Baduma into the ball game now for the Privateers. Buckley on the baseline again. That shot's not going to go. And another whistle.
Speaking of wrestling and acting, huh? That's the way you wanted to roll that, huh?
I'm just saying. Red Raiders down by 1 here. Atwell's got a couple of threes to lead the Red Raiders with 6.
Yeah, they're fronting JT Toppin in the paint. So, yeah, Lawan Watts, and he needs to major in that aspect on the offensive floor. I think he is somebody that's a really good free throw shooter, 80%, and can put a lot of pressure on teams with his ability in the low post as a passer and a scorer.
Junior out of Fresno, California, 16 of 20 at the line this season, and that one is good.
And what you're seeing, there's a bit of a switch in the starting lineup as Luke Bamboye gets the start today, and Lawan Watts' first one off the bench. But it's about who finishes. But you almost feel like now you've got 6 guys that are starters because Lawan Watts, Big 12 newcomer of the year in the preseason.
Oh, Baduma got loose underneath from Lawan Watts.
Yeah, that's the aspect that the offense has been there defensively. Yeah, they right back at it, putting pressure on the rim.
Toppin got the rebound. Back up top to Christian Anderson. Wanted that ball inside the Toppin, got tipped around, winds up in the hands of Christian Anderson out front. And that one's good.
Inside out, but shared the ball, fanned it around the perimeter, and Christian Anderson knocked it down.
He's got 8 now to lead the Red Raiders, and Tech by 2. Thomas against Toppin, spin move. Toppin's got his 2nd block shot of the day.
Well, in any possession for New Orleans that doesn't result in either Buckley or Benson even touching it, you wonder if Coach Hollowell would be okay with that.
Maybe a time here where the officials are going to look at the monitor across the way to determine who last touched that ball.
Yeah, Toppin blocked it, but all we see is hands in the air. Not sure who those hands belong to, John.
That's Darren George at the monitor.
Here's another look at it. That Toppin blocks it. Okay, here's a better view. Yeah, that's going to be out on Toppin.
Looked like Toppin was the one.
Yeah, UNO ball should be.
MJ Thomas, the sophomore from Denton, giving chase for New Orleans. And Thomas, a guy that the Red Raiders' Grant McCaslin is very familiar with during his time at North Texas. Thomas was playing high school ball. His dad, the head coach at Denton at the time, also played at Calvert where he won a state title.
Yeah, obviously Coach McCaslin spent some time in Denton, is the rumor. He's the head coach at North Texas.
Successful time there.
They're looking for a new football coach. Speaking of rumors, is North Texas.
And Texas Tech ties there for sure.
That's right. Eric Morris announced as the new head coach at Oklahoma State. Going to finish it up in Denton and on the football side of things. I don't know why they may be just checking to see time. It looked pretty clear, unless we missed something. It looked pretty clear that ball is out on JT Toppin.
Darren George, Randall Anders, and Pat Adams are the referees in today's game.
Okay, there's the tip, but
it's either
Watts or Toppin, but it looks like it's Toppin to me, the inside player. And maybe they're trying to see if UNO hits it on the way out, but I just don't think, I think it's way out of bounds by then.
Maybe the argument is that Thomas touched the ball before it had hit the floor out of bounds, and he was out of bounds at the time. That's certainly what it appears the Texas Tech bench thought. And there's a long look at that play over there across the court.
Okay, hopefully we'll be told what the
Well, we'll know, and here you go.
The challenge is successful. It will be White's basketball. Texas Tech will retain.
All right, Chris can explain to us.
Well, so that's a challenge by Grant McCasland. They have overturned that. It's going to be Texas Tech's ball. So I think what they're saying is that ball was touched by Thomas as it's going out of bounds. It looks like he's already established being out of bounds, but that's what it may have taken him so long. But that's a challenge that Grant McCasland wins. So you know what? We were wrong, Mr. Harris. Grant McCasland was correct.
He was a lot closer to the play than we are.
He sure was. He's
right in front.
Standing right next to it.
Had to get out of the way.
And now we know why it took a bit longer to review it. And Grant is, because this is a new rule, and Coach McCasland has said, he's talked to a variety of NBA folks on how to utilize it. And sometimes you just, if it's a bang-bang play, you sometimes just utilize it to get an extra timeout. Not that that's what the intention was there, but they did get possession back. So they retain a challenge for the remainder of the game.
Red Raiders going to inbound the ball to Toppin here under their own bucket.
I'm just dumbfounded that you were so incorrect in your assumption that it was out on JT Toppin.
I believe I pointed out that Thomas might have been out, touched the ball while he was out of bounds.
Yeah, we both did, but it looked like he was way out of bounds. But that's why you challenge it. Difficult for officials too, because it's all happening in real time and slow motion, and the benefit of slow motion. It's all about when to apply that challenge, though, because you don't have the luxury of looking at an iPad and saying, okay, because it's got to go fast. So you're definitely taking a chance, but he certainly had a good enough view over there, did Coach McCasland, that he decided to pull the trigger.
Toppin 0 for 3 at the line today. Here's the boss inside, going to go right at Toppin, but he fell down. Leaning on the Red Raider big man, just sort of lost his balance.
He just melted into the floor.
Yes, he did. Court monster got him. The boss will exit, still kind of favoring that right shoulder. Kokia ends to inbound the ball, gets it inside to Budema. The shot is not good. Lines up in the hands of Lawan Watts. Oh, Anderson thought about it. Sees Bamboye in the lane. He's triple teamed there. Shot is blocked, but Thomas is going to get whistled for the foul.
Yeah, I think Donovan Atwell battling a contact lens issue. He can't, he's going to come out, it appears. But Leon Horner in the game. Yeah, see, you watch the defense collapse here when the ball comes in. You got 1, 2, 3 guys surrounding. It's a clean block, but they're going to say got him with the body down low. Tyree Bryan going to come back into the game with those 2 personal fouls, so keep an eye on that with 9:16 left to go in the half. Horner already comes back out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, some blood, I think, is the issue. He got scraped maybe across the eye, not a contact lens issue. Maybe just got scraped up top.
Bamboye got the first of his 2 free throws, gets them both. Red Raiders lead by 3 now, or 4. Bamboye left his feet, gave Budema a chance, but his 3-pointer is short.
Yeah, he's arguing it was tipped. Finally,
Budema will check out, and Pagonis is back in.
but you finally have some continuity if you're Grant McCasland, with some of these pieces able to practice now for a couple of weeks. Certainly need it. And he's been waiting on that, and you saw it exposed right there. That's the one guy that doesn't need much practice, Christian Anderson.
That's 3 long balls for Anderson. He's got 11 now. First in the ball game into double figures. Thomas inside. Shot knocked away by Bamboye. Red Raiders want to run.
Yeah, he is a rim protector.
Oh, how about Watts? Faked the pass one direction, went the other way to Bamboye, and he'll be back at the free throw line.
He's definitely got the offensive end figured out. He's good in transition. I mean, just, yeah, the no look sets the defender up, rewards the big man with an opportunity to finish at the free throw line.
Watts and Bamboye are both 2 for 2 at the line today. It's JT Toppin who's missed all 3 of his attempts.
This is something that allowed New Orleans to stay in the game in Starkville, Mississippi the other night, John. Mississippi State missed 14 free throws in that one. And New Orleans, on the other hand, was nearly perfect.
16 of 17. Bamboye gets the second. Red Raiders under Grant McCasland have been a very good free throw shooting team. They have struggled some at the line this year.
And this is a team that'll make them. I think the problem that you've had is getting there. Yeah, they're going to call a hook.
Buckley trying to work inside. That's his second personal foul. Colton Benson is off the bench, back in for New Orleans.
And they continue to send 2 defenders at Christian Anderson off that high ball screen, and it's thrown you off a bit. I think it's a good curveball for the Privateers, and there's been no rhyme or reason on some of where the double teams from JT Toppin have come from. Now there's some size coming in for New Orleans here.
Man, this is Mathok Majok. He'll be in after this timeout. Red Raiders will be at the line. 26-18. Red Raiders trying to win for the
career, but not with this group of players and not with this team at this level. There's certainly an adjustment there, but he just continues to score and facilitate, and now going to get free throw attempts number 10 and 11 for his team.
Those 7.5 assists per game are best in the Big 12 and top 10 in the nation. And now Majok in there for New Orleans at 7'4".
Yeah, Luke Bamboye close to 7 foot and comes off as short. That's your 5th missed free throw. You're 50% at the stripe if you're Texas Tech. And sometimes that's just focus.
Majok played against the Red Raiders in this building a year ago as a member of the team at Oral Roberts. Did not score in about 6 minutes of that game, but did have 3 rebounds. Offensive foul.
Yeah, that shooting percentage for UNO dropped about 12% in that last 4-minute stretch. The Privateers were shooting about 53% earlier in the game and have cooled off since.
LaJuan Watts missed from the outside on that possession. The 7'4" Majok was defending Jalen Petty. Kendrick Osby in the ball game now. Here's Majok against Bamboye. and turns and gets it in.
You're not blocking that if you're Luc Mbah a Moute. That's one of the few players in the country that can shoot it right over you.
Man, and shooting down. There's Watts for the Red Raiders. Texas Tech by 7. Bamboye wanted the ball to Christian Anderson around that screen. Left it inside for him and floats it in over Benson.
This really nice pick and roll basketball. Drew the double team and just dropped it right there with a pocket pass.
Donovan Atwell is back at the scorers table for the Red Raiders with JT Toppin. Here's Pagonis to Buckley. Shot clock's at 11. Buckley trying to get down the baseline. Left it for Osby inside. Not there, but Majok, the rebound and dunk. He's got 4.
Gonna have to put a body on him around the rim. That ball comes off. And he's gonna have a good chance with the putback if he is untouched.
Here's Toppin and Atwell back into the ball game for Grant McCaslin. Tyree Bryan and Watts exit. Red Raiders trying to hurry as Anderson was double teamed but couldn't get Toppin open inside. Donovan Atwell back, missed that 3. He's made 2 in the game so far. Here's Pagonis. Challenged Toppin but picked up the dribble. Buckley got inside. Atwell may get whistled for a foul here.
Yeah, he got too physical.
Atwell's first foul. That is the 7th against the Red Raiders. Buckley will go to the line.
Well, he didn't have leverage right there. It just didn't ever catch up, get his feet underneath him.
Buckley has had a couple of double-doubles this season. Against Fresno State and Tulane, he had 11 in that loss at Mississippi State a couple of years ago, or a couple of days ago.
Yeah, you know, and you go back to the last game that this basketball team played at Texas Tech, and a lopsided loss to Purdue, and you know, Grant McCaslin is, you know, hey, you got baited into bad shots, you panicked, it leads to turnovers, but so much of it too is defensively, and the effort and the connection that it takes, and you just haven't had a lot of reps in. I think he hadn't, I think is the way he described it, hadn't exposed ourselves in practice enough to kind of reveal a lot of that. And Purdue certainly did. And it's just these teams are all a work in progress with so many new parts. That's not a work in progress in transition. Christian Anderson right on cue.
Man, 15 for the Red Raider guard, left alone after Toppin got him the ball. Christian's hit 5 shots today. 4 of them are threes. Here's a guy that can knock down a 3, and he does. Yeah. Benson for New Orleans.
Came off of that curl screen and just buried it. I mean, he is in range when he gets off the bus, I think, as they say.
Here's Toppin. They're not double teaming him yet. Back out to Christian Anderson, and he does it again.
That's a pick your poison. You kind of halfway double teamed if you're Buckley, and then when you commit to it, the pass goes out. You hit it to a hot Christian Anderson, who buried another one.
18 for the Red Raider point guard. Buckley against Jalen Petty, got inside. Petty blocked the shot. Right into the hands of Majok, though, going to try to go over Bamboye. Shot not there. He ran down the rebound, though. Here's Pagonis around JT Toppin, got inside, but he ran over Bamboye. It's a charging foul.
Well, Pagonis, when you leave your feet with your back turned to the basket, not a good option. Kind of an under control, player control foul there. Yet their season will likely come down to the two smallest guys that are playing for them, and Benson and Buckley.
Yep.
Those two guards are, again, a handful, but
they've got 12 of their 27. Here's Toppin trying to find a way to get that shot over Abbas. He did, but Abbas got the rebound. Red Raiders have out-rebounded New Orleans, but New Orleans has outscored Texas Tech in the paint. Benson's got long range, got inside the arc there for a rare shot that did not go. Juan Watts back on for the Red Raiders. Christian Anderson's got 18 points. Down the baseline, he looked for Toppin, who was covered up. Back to his center now. Toppin got it.
It's just a great job by Christian Anderson. Didn't force it. Able to probe underneath the basket, and then you get New Orleans in scramble mode, and easy finish for JT Toppin.
Toppin had 4 early, had not scored since the opening minutes of the ball game. He's got 6 now, but man, what a first half for Christian Anderson. He's at his season average here in the first half with 18 points.
Well, I'm not going to suggest who I thought that ball was out on. Okay, it's New Orleans ball. Okay. We've already been through that before.
Buckley will inbound. Got it to Abbas and got it right back. Trying to take Jalen Petty in the lane, and he does and scores. 8 for Buckley. Averages 15. Red Raiders by 8 with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Anderson just saw that no one stopped him, but couldn't convert. Voss tried to back down Toppin, had the ball slapped away initially, got it back, can't finish. Watts the rebound.
And this is what he can do for you in transition.
Went the distance, but got the shot blocked by Abbas. 6'10" center running the floor. Here's Benson back to Baduma, who is fouled by Christian Anderson.
Yeah, that's the one negative when he initiates the break and is trying to finish at the rim. If it doesn't go well, you're in a bind going the other way. You see him, JT Toppin tries to kind of set a bit of a screen there. But now you got your two bigs trailing the floor in the break. And Christian Anderson got put in a bind.
Baduma only a 50% free throw shooter, but looked relaxed, knocking down the first one there. And the second. Guy that's represented Switzerland in some FIBA tournaments. Watts again, he'll try the other side of the lane this time. And not there, but Toppin followed it in. Watts wanted a goaltending call, but Toppin gets the bucket.
I think Watts saying that to him off the floor. Leave that alone. That was my bucket.
I think it was coming off the rim.
Yes.
Oh, Petty trying to run through a pick set by Abbas.
And that's going to be his third, John.
Petty called for the foul, not an illegal screen by Abbas. And Buckley will go back to the line. New Orleans a perfect 5 for 5 at the line today. Now 6 of 6.
And the Red Raiders number 6, Leon Horner for Jalen Petty.
Petty does exit with those 3 fouls. Leon Horner off the Red Raider bench. Oh, there's the first miss today. Toppin the rebound. JT already with 10 rebounds in the ball game and 8 points. Juan Watts using his size, just forcing his way inside. But back up top to Anderson, where he's double teamed. Doesn't get the roll, does Watts. Toppin, or it was Horner that lost the ball. Baduma had it, now to Buckley. who's just going to go all the way. Ran over Atwell and scores. Physical play by the guard. Christian Anderson's going to come right back. Toppin doesn't go. Tipped it back in. He's got a double-double with 10 and 10.
Yeah,
or 11 now with an offensive board.
Yeah, Grant McCasland's going to use the timeout. They're going to use
a double-double of the year. The first 2 games he played, he did not play in the season opener. But games 2 and 3, he had 30-plus points and a double-double in each of those.
And I bet all he's worried about is those missed free throws.
Yeah. Boss lost that ball, but Buckley just stole it right back. Pass to Benson is taken away by Anderson.
All right, 1 possession.
13 seconds on the clock. Anderson's going to dribble down and take the last shot. Or is he not? No. Offensive foul. He ran over Benson.
Oh, and I think Benson sold that well. That's a veteran move. Kind of knew what was coming his way.
Christian put the arm out.
It's a solid. Again, it's a veteran move.
Here's Nolan Groves for Anderson, going to get him off the floor. And New Orleans wants a timeout with 4 seconds to go here before halftime. They were in a similar spot, but in a tie game at Mississippi State, trying to score late to keep that one from getting into overtime. 2 and 4 on the year for Stacey Hollowell's team. And Chris, this is not really different in a lot of places. There are a lot of new faces on a lot of college basketball teams.
Well, but they're getting a lot of bonding time, or these newcomers, because you're in the midst of a month-long road trip. 8 games in total. They have yet to play a home game. We'll get a home game coming up, I believe, in a week or so, but they have been all over. They did play a road game there in New Orleans, but it's, I mean, the suitcases have been packed. They've stayed packed.
You know it's tough when you play a road game in your hometown.
That's right.
But they won it.
Yes, they did.
They've still got a trip to play Houston as well, but they play Memphis on the road next. Here's Buckley across the timeline. He's got time. Oh, but he dribbled up too much. Tried to get down there in the paint, and he ran out of time. But it is halftime in Lubbock. New Orleans Red Raiders had 24 rebounds in that first half. They had just 25 in the game against Purdue that Grant McCasland has talked so much about. And wait a minute, may have a problem here with the shot clock, perhaps.
Yeah, I don't think it was reset.
Well, they're gonna. They setting it at 2 seconds for the Red Raiders. Now they run it to 28. They had it set at 2.8, but now 28. Red Raiders will inbound to Toppin. He's not double teamed. Tried to work into lane, but threw it away. Christian Anderson tried to save it, but the ball winds up in the hands of Buckley, and he gets undercut by Bamboye.
Yeah, quite a collision there. That's, you got big people, and the ball goes way up in the air, and you can't. Yeah, dangerous. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, got hit from one direction by Bamboye, and Anderson was right behind him.
Yeah, bowling pins.
Yeah, one of the 2 guys you highlighted starting this ball game, Buckley and Benson, have 17 between them.
Buckley just is the guy that stirs the drink here for New Orleans. He just kind of makes it all go. Benson plays off of that with the shot making, but they were just in a bit of a pickle the other night in Starkville when he fouled out, because that's a game. I think they were up 13 points with 4 to go.
Well, clearly working to get the ball to Benson. His shot off the mark. Here come the Red Raiders. Right back to Toppin. Thomas defending. Toppin got inside of him Somebody stuck their hand up through the rim.
Yeah, you see the rim move.
Might have been a boss, but it's a goaltending call against the Privateers. Toppin with 13 now and 11 rebounds, and Benson called for turning the ball over.
Well, Benson, he was going to throw that one-handed pass, and he comes around, and Pagonis wasn't quite open, and so he carried it, and yeah, some frustration there. You're not where I needed you to be at that minute.
Here comes the double team to Anderson, but Toppin got loose, and that's the result. Just as he did to start this ball game, couple of early buckets from J.T. Toppin. Red Raiders by 11.
Yep, gambled on the steal and left Toppin with a wide open two-handed dunk.
Yeah, 6 on the shot clock. Buckley wanted to leave it for a boss, but he wasn't looking. Still wound up with the ball, and he rams it home.
Yeah, it worked out. Scramble mode. Defensive intensity certainly has picked up here in the second half.
Abbas has 4.
And this is a New Orleans team that was picked 9th in the Southland preseason. I got to tell you, I need to see what McNeese and SFA and some of these other teams look like. But New Orleans may have been slept on.
They struggled a year ago, and that might be the reason. A lot of new faces.
This is and again, their 2-4 record is deceiving. Beat TCU in Fort Worth, had Mississippi State beat in Starkville, couldn't quite finish that one out in this game right now. We'll see how they finish this one out.
Atwell a 3, and he got it.
And
third of the game.
And Coach Hollowell, he may want to use a timeout. Nope, gonna let him play through it.
Red Raiders now by 14. They've upped it to 50-46, and Atwell called for a push on Buckley. Here's some of that scramble a moment ago inside. Look what I found, and Abbas rams it home.
And you just see the transition threes deadly in this building.
Red Raiders come in averaging 4 threes a game. They've had 2 where they've made 6, but tonight the Red Raiders have 8 three-pointers made. Buckley will go back to the line. He is 3 for 4.
And we had discussed how good this team had been at the free throw line. He's got 11 points. It's been inefficient. I think Texas Tech done a pretty good job on him. He's just 4 of 10 from the field. Colton Benson, though, is one that the Red Raiders have done a really good job of limiting his production when he can't come off those curl screens at the top of the key. Not many other answers.
Buckley missed them both. Cope back on the floor for New Orleans. Jalen Petty in for the Red Raiders. That's Tyree Bryan off the front rim, but Toppin got the rebound, trying to find a way to go up over Abbas, but goes back up top. Petty finds him. Toppin left-handed off the glass, not there. He tipped it back up, but Abbas comes out of there with it. Here's Buckley. Oh, he's got Benson in the corner. Quick trigger, not there. And Tyree Bryan has the rebound.
Yeah, that's the look that you want if you're Coach Hollowell. Just didn't go down for Benson in the corner.
Christian Anderson got in the lane, laid it off to Bamboye.
Well, and if you give Texas Tech enough chances around the rim, eventually they're going to capitalize. J.T. Toppin missed the easy one the prior possession, had a couple of looks at it.
Bamboye's got 7. Buckley can't get rid of the ball, found Benson. Layup's not good, though. Tried to go up and under in traffic. Toppin a three on the way. Here comes New Orleans. Oh, Benson doesn't need much time. Can't connect. Toppin's going to let it go out of bounds. I think players from both sides are gassed the way this has gone up and down the floor. But it's been all Red Raiders lately. 7-0 run over the last couple of minutes, and now 52-36 the lead.
Just Texas shooting 62%. New Orleans 16. That's why the lead has ballooned up to 16 points, and you just wonder how much energy and juice that New Orleans will have after just this brutal travel week they've had.
Three off the mark from Lawan Watts. Yeah, playing at Mississippi State, busing back home afterwards, and then getting on a plane to Lubbock at +8 straight on the road. So it is, although not quite to 8 yet, but man, that has got to be difficult. That's Christian Anderson down, but he is
just
off the deck.
Not enough time to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, to rest, to prepare, to travel. I mean, it's just you're squeezed. Yeah, you see.
Thomas got the leg out there.
Yeah, he did. Saloon door kind of stuck out there a little bit.
TJ Cope back on the floor with Cretion for New Orleans, along with Majak, who had a couple of buckets in that first half. Toppin got the offensive board. It'll be his 13th rebound, but swatted away. Ball does belong to Texas Tech underneath their own bucket. Petty in the corner. Anderson's got 18, has not scored in the second half. Toppin left that for Lawan Watts, who is fouled.
Yeah, they traded places on passing it to one another in the post. This time it was JT dropping the dime, drove it. Yeah, and just see the rake across the forearm right there. Lawan Watts trying to get to the basket. But that's what you want. More movement and getting downhill. Not really even like a high-low scenario. It's just playing elbow to elbow right there, and it's just a good cut right there by Watts. This is what was missing in Champaign, Illinois, and certainly against Purdue, is just initiating offense the hard way. And when you're settling for threes and they're going in, that's one thing. But when they're not going in, what else can you fall back on?
Red Raiders have made more three-pointers today than they have free throws. Here's Buckley. 7 on the shot clock for the Privateers. He's defended by Watts, who knocked that ball away from him, got on the floor. Back in the hands of Baduma. His three off the mark. And put back in.
Well, effort there, but it's just some bad luck. You're diving on the floor and you get in scramble mode and heave up a desperation three, and there's just nobody there to rebound it. But that's a big break for New Orleans. Stops that run a bit.
No look pass to Jalen Petty. Three on the way, in and out, no good. Toppin reached out and had the ball for a moment. The Red Raiders do have it. Jalen Petty. Floater up is not good, and off the hands of Watts or Toppin out of bounds. It'll belong to New Orleans.
I think friendly fire there. I think that's Watts and Toppin battling each other for that rebound.
Petty will check out. He does have 3 fouls today, has not scored in the game. Majak thought Buckley was going backdoor, but threw it away. Christian Anderson's got it in the lane. Floater is a little bit short. And here come the Privateers. Oh, Buckley tried to duck in there against Atwell. Looked like he might have traveled with the ball, but Donovan Atwell has whistled for the foul. And Grant McCasland trying to say it was on the floor, that he was not shooting the basketball, but Buckley may wind up at the line.
Yeah, and it was definitely out on Atwell. Need to be careful about saying definitely when we're talking about possession after the first half. Yeah, you just wonder how tired New Orleans is. We had that as one of the keys, man. Just energy early. They provided it, but you start missing free throws, which they haven't typically done as a team, and just wonder if their legs not all here.
Buckley had missed 4 in a row before that, but gets the bounce. It looked like a pinball there to drop in. Red Raiders have made just one of their last 9 shots. Atwell left-handed on the baseline, and it went. For Atwell, a rare shot inside the three-point arc. He's in double figures now with 11. Duma can't find a shot over Lawan Watts. Threw it up, missed everything, right into the hands of Toppin. JT brings the ball up the floor. And a reach-in foul.
Foul number 15, Grecian.
That'll be the 3rd here in the second half against New Orleans. Pagonis is back in, Cope back in, Benson off the Privateers bench.
Number 16.
Oh, Anderson thought he had a
He was
wide
about,
open
yeah,
kid.
he definitely showed it.
Getting double teamed inside the top, and oh, the roller doesn't go. And Abbas now with a bandage on his right shoulder.
Yeah, took that fall in the first half, but glad to see him at least back and competing. But yeah, that's taped up.
Cope with the 3 from the corner, a little bit strong and tipped out of bounds, I think, by New Orleans.
Yeah, well, there's a
Maybe
shove.
a foul.
Yeah, there's a shove underneath the basket.
I believe Pagonis is going to get called for the shove, and we've got a timeout. Both the
Action on Thanksgiving Eve, not a bad way to spend a Wednesday night.
kind of a doubleheader.
Yeah, it's just time enough to come out here and get these basketball goals out of here and put a net up. It was the reverse last time we were in here.
Yes. Anderson got hung up inside, kind of threw it up for Bamboye, who couldn't finish. The Red Raiders now have won for their last 9 from the floor.
Yeah, both teams ice cold from the field.
Oh, here's Cope on the alley-oop again. Blocked by Bamboye. Great pass, but Bamboye was waiting for that one. He gets it underneath to Watts, and Watts lays it in.
And that's his first bucket of the day. He's got 5 points. The rest of them come from the free throw line, but previously that, Lawan Watts 0 for 8 from the field.
Here's Pagonis, defended by Bamboye. He's going to drive inside, kick it back up to Buckley. He's got a step on Donovan Atwell, and he lays it up high off the glass and in. It's 14 for Buckley now. He's the leading scorer for New Orleans. Watts drives right back inside Pagonis. Fouls him.
Yeah, they just, you know, the Privateers just have not gotten enough shot making from Benson today. But yeah, there's the collision on the other end, and yeah, some contact. Coach Hollowell was a bit frustrated back up the floor. These are dangerous plays. No call. That's part of being on the road for a month. You know, you could use a little home cooking, literally and figuratively. And it's just bang calls sometimes do not go your way on the road.
Pagonis out of the ball game with 4 fouls now.
And don't you know that Coach Hollowell looking forward to having some turducken?
No.
I mean, John, it said John Madden approved.
Anderson's got another 3. Red Raiders had 9 in the ball game.
Yeah, that's his 6th, John, and he's 6 of 7 and 21 in the game. You know, a New Orleans version of a turducken
Is
no,
what? Gator? Involved Gator?
no, it would be. I think the whole thing was based in Louisiana. That's where it was invented. But they can't eat in that lovely city.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. They can fire up the grill.
You're not a crawfish etouffee guy?
Not any of that. No.
Oh yeah, I'm getting a little chippy now.
They could slip some gator in there and just say it tastes like chicken. Does turducken taste like chicken?
Well, yes, I believe so. There's some of that in there. Turkey, duck, and chicken.
Oh goodness. That was a big deal with John Madden for sure.
Yes, it was.
Back in the day.
Yeah, it's always football on Thanksgiving Day.
Red Raiders turn it over.
They bring out those big turkeys with the extra legs sewn onto them.
Yeah.
Everybody
where did
gets
they come from?
Everybody gets a drumstick, a massive one.
All 9 guys who were declared MVP of the game. No one ever asked that question. Why does this turkey have so many legs? Oh, Christian Anderson got loose again. Doesn't get the roll, but into the hands of Atwell, who put it back up and in.
Yeah, Atwell, a rare score from inside the arc. Leon Horner in the game for Grant McCasland. And Leon's a player that he got a bit of an ankle issue early on in the season. I think he's kind of working his way back, getting in shape, but I think they feel like he can provide some offensive punch, but again, very active player.
Well, at 6'6", 210 pounds, he had 10 in that opener against Lindenwood and then rolled up the ankle.
Yeah, he would have played a lot more in that opener. I mean, he was rolling.
Red Raiders by 20 now with 8+ minutes to go. Benson hung up in the corner, was trying to bounce it off a Red Raider and into the hands of Texas Tech's Jalen Petty. JT Toppin outside now. And Boye not drawing the double team over Abbas, not there. Toppin tried to go up and get that ball, but went over Baduma. And JT picks up the foul. That's Toppin's second. Red Raiders with 6 team fouls here in the second half. 6 as well for New Orleans. Duma drives inside, came up short of a dunk attempt, hit the deck, and the Red Raiders run.
Well, he was cleared for takeoff, but just couldn't get the plane off the ground all the way.
Oh, Anderson had a great move inside, kicked the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, getting a little sloppy. This is where you start to see the energy and tired legs come into play.
Timeout with 7:55 to go. Made 3s in the ball game, and Christian's got 6 of them.
Yeah, he's been the offense today. Because you've shot 43% from the field, but if you take out what Anderson's done, because you've got, you know, Watts 1 of 10, JT Toppin 8 of 16.
Disappointed in 50% shooting from the field.
Well, yeah, I just was looking at the volume there, but yeah, no, I'm not disappointed in that.
Leon Horner laid it off for Bamboye, but fouled going up for the dunk.
Jalen Petty 0 for 3. And Tyree Bryant hasn't scored in this game.
Yeah.
You know, he was kind of one of the guys you're ready for him to kind of get going a bit. It just has not found his stride. I think working back into shape after kind of an ankle injury before the season started. It's still processing through that, but just hasn't been quite what you had needed or wanted just yet, but plenty of time.
Red Raiders now have as many made free throws as three-pointers today, and now have surpassed that mark on the 2 made by Bamboye. Red Raiders 10 of 17 at the line, 9 of 20 on threes. Benson was looking inside, ball tipped away, stolen by the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Texas Tech's done a really good job on Benson on the other end. Just hasn't, you know, speaking of shooting numbers, he's just 2 of 9, but just haven't been able to get him going, and that's really hurt the Privateers' offensive attack.
Oh, Leon Horner drives in, floater good.
Yeah, and the thing about Horner that Grant will tell you is he just kind of scores, and if the game gets sloppy, he still just scores, and he can fit in, and he's got some energy.
Red Raiders on a 6-0 run, another miss by Benson, long range. They really needed him today to have an opportunity to keep this one close.
Yeah, those shots just haven't gone in, and he's battling that knee injury.
Oh, JT Toppin three-pointer is good.
He heard you referencing his 50% field goal percentage and had something for you.
19 for the Red Raider big man. Here's Baduma trying to get around Toppin, lost his footing, kicked it out of bounds. JT with 19 points, 15 rebounds. That's only his second made 3 of the season. Feeling good. Six minutes to go. Bamboye to Petty in the lane. Floater, put it up for Bamboye, but threw it out of his reach.
And the idea is right. It's just that chemistry is just not quite there. And you just wonder how much longer Grant McCasland will leave Anderson Toppin and guys like that on the floor. As it appears, Coach Hollowell, he's taking his guys just, you know.
Anderson has played 34 minutes in the ball game. Toppin about 28. Shirt police.
You know, and they had discussed that was not really going to be an emphasis.
Yeah. Old habits are hard to break, I think, for the referee.
On that screen there, that one, Madison Square Garden. Could be a busy weekend for Texas Tech athletics that weekend. We showed you that bracket earlier at halftime, and you could be hosting a playoff game on the same day.
Wow.
How about that?
From the free throw line is not there. That would be really nice to win 2 that day.
Yeah, yes, it would. Of course, I guess that game could end up being on a Friday night. And you just roll your plane out of the driveway and you can get up to MSG.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. World's most famous arena.
Been there. Kokia in the ball game now for New Orleans. Air ball at 4 on the shot clock. It's kind of turned into that afternoon for the Privateers.
Yeah, just ran out of juice. Not enough shots.
Shooting
fell for you.
Yeah, and shooting just 25% in the second half. Anderson inside to Bamboye. He's fouled. He'll be back at the free throw line. Abbas.
And it's interesting
the deck again
because we asked aloud about would you try to get Toppin and Anderson and some of these guys out of the game. It appears Coach Hollowell has gotten his guys out, but you're still working on some of that chemistry and continuity that you just haven't been able to have to this point because of injuries. And things like that. You're just kind of getting to where you've been able to put a couple of weeks together with some continuity and healthy bodies. It's always the risk you take.
I mean, at some point during the fall practice leading into the season, Grant had on just 6 players working out.
Yeah, hard to understand what the other guy's thinking and push yourself. And as Grant explained, expose what your weaknesses are going to be when you can't really redline it. You can't push yourselves in practices to get a good feel for what that's going to look like. Okay.
Osby lost the ball. Christian Anderson going to dunk it. Christian's got 23 now. The Red Raiders lead by a bunch. It's up to 30 points now. Kokia's got Baduma. Here he is. He got around top and got inside. Petty reached, but Bamboye swatted it away. Here's Christian Anderson again. 3-pointer off the rim and no good. And Majak, I'd say he went up high, Chris, but all he's got to do is raise those arms.
Is stand on his tiptoes, man. He's tall enough.
He's over the rim. Osby shot in and out, no good. JT another rebound. That's 16 rebounds for Toppin. He's just going to go all the way with it. Hook shot's not good. Here's New Orleans. Jock with the big. He's going to roll inside. Wanted to dunk the ball, lost control, fouled by Toppin, and the ball goes in.
Yeah, trying to play the ball low on the way up, and Jock got it to drop off of 2 feet right there with the C4 jam. Christian Anderson.
73-45. Christian Anderson's got 23, leading the way for the Red Raiders.
Back at West Virginia, and the irony there is he was a finalist for the Texas Tech job when Mike Leach got it back in 99-2000 era.
Majak has 7 for the Privateers to go with 6 rebounds. Christian Anderson still there for the Red Raiders. LaJuan Watts still looking. Got it.
Yeah, good for his confidence right there to see that one go in.
Second field goal today by LaJuan Watts, who struggled from the floor. Makes it 76-46 Red Raiders. Watts was trying to lob that ball up for Bamboye, and Osby was holding on to Bamboye's arm.
And that's really where you see some of this chemistry coming in, is the lobs to Bamboye. You've seen Petty do it, you see Watts do it. Sometimes the timing or the look, and you just don't have that feel just yet of when it needs to be thrown. Where's the best place to throw it? Things like that, because Luke Bamboye has been one of the players that missed several games to start the season, and Grant will tell you, trying to get him into shape and all the things, but he's the one player that you're going to throw it to above the rim, but when he's not in there, it's just a bit tricky trying to work on that. So that's clearly an indication of why Grant's left a lot of these guys in, do you think?
Bamboye has 11 today. That's a season best for the Red Raider transfer from Virginia Commonwealth. Oh, Majak got it again from Kokia. Slammed it in over Leon Horner.
Right down the lane. Just a little simple pick and roll, and
to a guy that's 7'4",
and he dunked it going down.
Lawan Watts near the center circle draws a foul from Irish Kokia, I believe. But here's another look at that play by Majok.
Yeah, he didn't really have to elevate. He just kind of dunked it going forward. Airplanes and roller coasters, man. I'd hate to be trying to find some leg room near him. Goodness.
Out of the South Sudan, began his collegiate career at UMass, also with Oral Roberts, and this season at New Orleans.
I mean, we're both pretty tall, and he's got about a foot on each of us.
Yes, he does. Pretty lengthy wingspan.
Yes.
Counting down towards 2 minutes. Kokia in the lane, shots up and good. Got it off the glass and in. He's a Canadian. Majok is out of South Sudan. Jalen Petty's getting chased by a 7'4" guy. Oh, that pass is into the front row. Watts just a bit high on that delivery.
That's a skip pass that was delivered a bit off the mark. You're right. I mean, he had the right idea. Chasing the double team around, you get the ball spread around, and all right, we got a little blood on Irish Kokia.
78-50, Red Raiders are going to win for the 5th time this year. New Orleans is going to leave Lubbock and still be on the road next time out, Chris, at Memphis.
But at least they get a little time off in between before they go face Penny Hardaway's Memphis Tigers. Memphis was also in the Bahamas, where the Red Raiders there didn't face each other, but
man did come back to the Lone Star State and tour.
That game at the University of Houston on December the 13th is going to be a tough one. Not easy to win with what Kelvin Sampson's got going on down there, especially defensively. A couple of freshmen have entered the lineup for the Houston Cougars, and obviously that's a Houston team that'll be in this building at some point this season, and Texas Tech will make the return trip. Both of those games, I think, are in January.
Lawan Watts, Nolan Groves, Leon Horner, Jalen Petty, and Luke Bomboye for the Red Raiders. Bomboye up and under on the dunk. He's got 13 now. 4 Red Raiders in double figures. Kokia lost the dribble, lost it out of bounds. Here's Bomboye again with the long arms. 6'11". Chris, even he looks short up against
He
Majok.
does, I know. Yeah, he's got a over 7 foot wingspan, and you're right. There's levels to this. Oh yeah.
Watts.
He just showed him the ball, and that's some long arms that just grabbed it.
And Lawan Watts is 6'6". He looks 5'6" up against Majok. Dribbled it right over there to him. Red Raiders by 30 at 80-50. Osby looking somewhere. Here's Majok. He's got Bomboye going to try to back him down. Ball's out of bounds, but apparently off a Red Raider. Neither one of those two, Chris, have packed on the pounds.
Peanut butter and jelly, man, or turducken. That'll work.
That stuffing probably go with it.
Yes.
Some pie, some green bean casserole.
Are you a big parade guy? You excited about your parade tomorrow?
Not always watching the parade.
No? Okay.
But I'll check it out.
Okay.
Saw it once in person with this Texas Tech basketball team in New York City.
There you go, in New York.
A lot of strollers.
I bet you've aspired to be a float holder
You always wonder about that.
Yeah.
How they get those things aired up.
A lot of helium. Yeah.
Final seconds of this one. Red Raiders back here on Sunday. Jalen Petty looking to get on the board. I missed the layup. Bamboye almost threw that one over Leon Horner. Nolan Groves has got a great look. Missed it. But Watts keeps the ball alive for the Red Raiders, and that may be it. Grant McCaslin, I thought, wanted to hold up Leon Horner, but Leon drives inside and got swatted. Taking his cuts when he gets the opportunity.
Yes, he did.
I'm going to drive in
Yes,
there
he
and shoot
did.
it.
But the math doesn't work right there. 6'6" versus 7'4".
And those arms about 13 feet. Here's Horner again inside. Lawan Watts got Majok in the air and draws a foul. Well, the Red Raiders not ready to call it off.
And Majok doesn't need to jump to block that shot, but he gets him up in the area, kind of holding his wrist right now.
Majok tonight with 9 points and 6 rebounds off the bench for New Orleans. Didn't score when he was here a year ago with Oral Roberts, but he has made up for it in this ball game. Well, here you go. Jack Francis has come in for the Red Raiders, and that means nothing but a win.
Oh, yeah. Cue it up.
Except I think he played against Purdue the other day, and that one didn't turn out well.
Home games. How about that?
All right, home game.
Yeah.
Has not lost when he's played in a home game. Cope's shot with 1 second to go is off the mark, and this ball game is over. The Red Raiders have won for the 5th time this year.